time you offed yourself.
In Asian countries, they're
Mhm.
very highly respect their elders. Asian,
Yes, they do. Yes, they
yeah.
do. Yeah.
Hmm.
So
Can you
it
see that
kind of
link that I
sickened me.
posted there in the private chat?
I'm sorry.
Can you see that link that I posted there on the private chat? Will it allow you to
Check it.
access
I'm
it?
checking it. I'm checking it right now. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, I went rounds with this young lady for 2 days on this post, and if you look at the original, you see that it's actually a cake.
Uh huh.
And what you notice about the cake, Brian, you saw this, right?
Me?
Yeah, didn't I show? Or
Uh,
maybe I didn't.
I don't know if I saw
David and
that.
I did.
If you
Can
guys
you
didn't
see
hear
it?
from me, how long? How long? I'm sorry, Rosie. I didn't mean
Go
to
ahead.
interrupt, but roughly how long? How long is this?
You don't have to go. Just, I mean, look at the what it's on,
Baby's
what it's
triangle.
the context.
Okay, go
It's
ahead.
it's a
I'll
cake
look at it later. Go ahead.
with a woman um tossing her infant child into a basketball hoop. That's the image on the top.
Yeah, jeez.
And it says, what does it say there? It says, congratulations, it's boarded.
Mm-hmm.
And the caption is hot girl summer in full effect.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's this red pen locked. It says, congratulations on sacrificing a human being on the altar of self. Absolutely wicked.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it doesn't look like people have posted since. Oh, it says most relevant. Maybe that's why it's not mine. Um, let's see. Oh, I posted without understanding, covenant breakers without natural affection, which is that's talking about those family bonds.
Right.
Imp, implacable, I don't know how to say that word. Unmerciful, and okay, the phrase without natural affection, translated the Greek word. Hey, you know Greek, don't you, Chuck? Can you say that word correctly?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Astrogeo, astrogeo, Astergeo,
I'm sorry. What's the spelling again? Go ahead.
Astergeo. The
ASCEEO.
AST. Here, I'll just
I'm
copy.
hearing wind behind something.
Yeah, I think it's might be Ryan.
All right. It's
Not me. I had
A
my
is
my
in
mic.
Adam. A is in Adam. S is in
Here,
Hey,
Sam. C is
muted.
in Charles.
look in the
What's after
private
that?
chat.
Oh, okay, good.
Da, 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 da. Phrase natural affection is the translation of one Greek word, Astergeo. It was
Logan, are
character.
you here? I see it now. Logan, are you here? Hello?
Logan.
Okay.
Yeah,
Could you put a link in the chat room? There's a person that wants to come on.
okay,
Thank you so much, Logan.
rock.
Hmm.
From Greg. Master Geo. That's how you say it.
Astrogeo.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
it's like not Geo, it's Aster Geo. Does that make sense?
Okay.
They sort of
Yeah.
sullen out, but yeah.
Characteristic of many pagans of the ancient world significantly is also
Hmm.
prophesied to be a characteristics of the humanistic pagans of the end times. In the last days, men shall be without natural affection.
Hmm.
So 2 Timothy 3 1 through 3. These are the only two occurrences of this word in the New Testament. That's also kind of
That's
interesting.
very true. That is very true. Yeah. That should be saying something to us for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, for 2 days I went around, and it wasn't just like a couple of comments here. I mean, there's 28.
Mm.
I mean, you don't want to know what David said. The link is there if any of you want to like read the. Oof. It's Maria Splay is the young girl's name.
Hmm.
If you look at her profile picture, she looks like she's inviting, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And her very first comment when she sat down at my quote unquote table was I guess it's a meme or something. It's a picture of Noah's Ark, and then there's a bunch of babies and people and stuff in the water. It says, if you worship a God that drowns its children for being disobedient, you have no right to criticize my moral standards.
Hmm.
Now, how do you justify your moral standards?
You can't without God.
Mm-mm. Science doesn't say anything about morals. Where'd my comments go? I don't.
Okay, sorry guys. I was putting a link in the chat thing. We lost one person. They'll probably come back though. Do you guys know anyone awoke now wanted to come in?
Whoa.
I finally awoke. It's obviously they're talking their name.
Yeah, it's Chris. Yeah, awake, not awoke. Awake, not
That's
woke. Yeah,
it.
Chris.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, that's her. That's Chris.
Yeah, she's sweet. She's
She's
wonderful.
one of us. Yeah, she's one of us.
She is wonderful.
She has come out of the transgender.
I think she'd been lesbian, but she was also a far leftist, and so
Yeah,
she has that perspective also.
Did you put a link there, Logan, so that she could join?
Yeah, there's a link there. She's wondering where it's streaming from. I'm writing
Yeah.
her now and letting her know.
It's streaming from. I thought this was Steve's thing. That's why he sent me a link. I don't know. Where'd she go?
She's still there. She was. I think she's waiting for my answer. There.
Yeah, he did. Steve sent me
There
a.
we go.
He sent the link, but he's not joining. Weird.
Well, they were in and then they're out. I think they'll be back. We'll see. So you know this person then, Rosie, right? Or you
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, she's one of us. She's new.
Okay.
She's a new convert. But she's been watching all the stuff that's been like going down in our culture and just like woke up. Hence her name. Yeah, she
Sometimes
says awake.
I feel like they stole that from me. Of course, this a couple years ago. I used this. I even did it from the pulpit. It's a wonder I didn't get arrested or something. I say, people, I got to tell you, I was asleep, but I finally awoke. Whatever. Welcome, awake, not woke.
Hello. Oh, I just saw that you were responding on mine, and I was just pasting a link on mine. I'm sorry, Chris.
Oh, it's okay.
I just came to my channel and I was like, "Hello, everyone. Don't you see a link? I don't see a link to join." Okay, so I got it. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, I think everyone was posting links. So anyway, you're here, and that's great.
I didn't want to be rude. I wanted to say hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Logan.
Is Stump coming on too?
Yeah, he said he was playing with his grandkids. He said that was about, 15 minutes ago. He said he'd join us.
Wonder
I'm gonna
if
have
shorter
to
URLs work.
I'm gonna have to take off here soon, Chuck.
All right, Marty.
In about 5 minutes. I'll
Okay.
Thank you for inviting me and having me on.
Well, I'll tell you what, I was flabbergasted when I saw you were actually coming on. This is a first.
Me too.
You say that every time, but I've been on your show like 2 or 3
You
times.
have not. You interviewed me. You have not been on my show.
Logan, tell him.
I think so.
Yeah, I tell him I've been on his show before.
In the chat rooms.
Mm-mm.
Has she been on here on the panel, Logan?
I think so.
Oh,
You think
Once
so?
or twice.
yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Well, I guess I have a lot of people, and I'd remember you though. Whatever.
yeah, you didn't believe me last time I told you that. It's all right though. I didn't stay long, and I don't never say much because I'm too shy.
Yeah, you've been out here with your paintings.
No, the eyeballs
Yeah.
a nice touch. I'll tell you that.
That's right. Remember, I painted. I did a painting on screen.
Okay, if you're counting painting, yes, you were on my show. You did not say a word. You painted. Not
Yeah.
you paint great. Don't get me wrong. She's an artist, folks.
Mhm.
Okay, you're right. You have been on the panel. But you uttered no words of my native tongue. You just painted, which was fine. All right, we got that straightened out now. No, you're right. You were painting. Yes,
I like it like
beautiful.
that though. It's like the first time every time. I feel special.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Logan, can you post that same link on mine? Because
I
it's
will.
not letting me grab it. Grr.
I showed my dad our interview, and he really liked it.
Sounds like
Chuck.
we have a lot in common.
Yeah. Yeah.
When are we gonna do an interview, Miss Ma'am?
You don't have to answer this, Mod, but how old were you when you were hit by that car? I'm sorry.
14.
14. Okay.
Didn't
Yeah,
know
my
that.
daughter was 19 when flirty truck driver. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. The guy that hit me just took off. So.
Yeah.
I was walking across the street though. Same emotions probably that you guys went through though.
It was. Oh, I'm sure. That was.
Thank you, Logan.
That was the early morning from hell. It really was. But I will say this about the tractor trailer driver that hit her and her girlfriend. Her girlfriend was driving. She was Kristen was a passenger, and he did stop and stayed until the police and the ambulance got there, and the police let him go.
Yeah. What happened to the other girl?
All she got out of this, well, I shouldn't say it. I mean, she was in the hospital 3 days. She had to get her nose was totally worse than broke. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's the word. She had to get plastic surgery on her nose. Kristen, it was the shake thing. It was when that tractor trailer hit her. That's right. I'm on video. Now, this is the doctors saying this happened. When the tractor trailer, her neck spun all the way back.
Oh, man.
And I guess the revivial energy threw her forward, which bruised her brain, her stem cell in her brain.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, as far as blood, I think she had nicks and scratches, nothing, first aid stuff. All hers were internal. Her brain was swelling. We thought she was going to go, and anyway, she didn't. She's still
Thank
there.
the Lord. Thank the Lord. She's okay.
Amen. I don't know. Some guy's trying to get on named Proverbs guy. I don't know. Hey, Steve,
Proverbs
how you
guy.
doing?
Hey, shalom in the home, folks.
Shalom,
Hello.
shalom.
Shalom, shalom, shalom.
How are you?
Did I miss Christian?
He's coming back.
Yeah.
I don't miss him at all. No, I'm just kidding.
Chuck, you
I'm just messing with
captured a unicorn here tonight, and I don't think that you've given yourself enough credit. You
I
have
know.
got Missing Mod to, well, quote unquote, show her face on YouTube. How did you do that?
Well, we might as well let everyone know, Ahmad. We became engaged 3 days ago.
You know what? You say that as a joke, but I have been hoping for that for about
Aw.
6 months.
Aw.
Look,
what,
I'm
for us to get
watching it.
engaged?
Yeah, Chuck needs a good woman. He needs somebody to make him
Yeah,
fat
I need
with
someone
food.
my age.
You don't want someone your age. You want someone a little younger, right?
Well, we won't get in.
Jeez, Steven.
look at my face, Steven. Now, come on now.
Surprise, Chuck. This is an intervention.
No, but it is cool to see Missing Mod back out here in YouTube Central. That is really cool.
I was wondering why she was eyeing me up with that one eye. I just-
Yeah, Missing
Actually,
Mod.
isn't
That
it like
kind of reminds
thousands of them?
that eye kind of reminds me of the one that Grayson uses.
Yeah, that's man, it's a really good I don't know what they call that, like a mini movie that somebody made of Ezekiel's vision.
Oh,
A
yeah.
GIF.
Hmm.
It's a GIF.
Yeah. Well, no, not a GIF because it's a little longer than that, but I mean it's really he did a really good job on them. It's got all the angels that Ezekiel's seen in it. His idea of what they look like, but
Oh,
that's the
okay.
one that I like. Because you
Well,
see
you
the
know
little
that-
tiny speck at the bottom, that's a
yeah,
person.
that when I look at your eyeball now, yeah, it's a whole new. Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
I have a
The
whole new
videos are awesome
perspective.
online. You got to go check them out because they're really
Pretty well.
high def.
That's how I knew that Christina was a keeper, because I told her one day over text message that she looked like an angel, and she sent me a picture of the one covered in eyeballs.
Yeah, I love that. I remember you telling me about that.
That's beautiful.
Smart girl.
Very smart. That girl is biblically sound.
And that's what I always assume Logan is doing, just messing with me and saying that I'm an angel, but he really means one of them freaky ones.
The fallen ones.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Yep.
Come on, honey. We discussed this 3 days ago. Logan has a crush on you. I'm marrying you. Okay,
That's what it seems
Yeah,
like
I
to me
mean,
too.
it's gonna be Missing Mod Bishop.
No, that's not her. She'll
What?
become a Manushka.
Our own beloved Pastor Chuck is receiving the promotion of a lifetime. He's getting the honor of becoming a bishop soon.
Yeah, not till August,
but very soon. It's already a
But
done deal. They got his
Steven.
name printed out on the check and everything.
It's in August, your whole family's birthday.
Yeah.
Hey, me and Logan's birthday's both on the 7th
Really?
of August. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was weird.
Logan, that's cool.
Oh, hey, Steven. Hey, how's it going? Sorry, I was away from the keyboard.
You know, I
Hey,
was
whatever.
trying. I was
Ryan.
just spilling my heart out to you, Ryan. And I thought you were listening, and now to know that you weren't.
I'm so sorry. I had to go.
Man.
Get a drink.
That's wrong.
I'm so sorry. I've been away for about 5 minutes. It's good to see you, Steven. I'm up here in Somerville with Jacob. We're gonna go to Tallapoosa in the
I'll be
morning.
right back, guys. Getting a refill of water.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, Ryan, when you say Somerville, what state do you mean?
Sorry. Somerville, Georgia, extreme northwest Georgia.
Okay.
Were you here when I was showing how pretty it is here?
I don't think so. Although I've been, I mean,
dark
I don't
now,
know that
but-
I've been there in Georgia, but I've been to Georgia and it is beautiful.
Yeah, this is North Georgia where the mountains are, and it's very pretty. And Somerville is a quaint little country town. And we just went to a quaint little country restaurant.
That's awesome.
And, yeah, so we're chilling. We're going to, Tallapoosa is about an hour and 15 minutes from here. We're going to go there in the morning to see a wonderful little Christian singing group that I'm friends with.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Can I share something scary with you guys?
Yes.
Sure.
So I got an alert from YouTube today on my email, and they removed my video that we did last night.
It's because we talked about the VOOs.
They said that it was misinformation because of that, but I really feel like it doesn't help that, because we've talked about that on my show before. It's never been flagged. But the name of the show were
on YouTube,
Persecuted Christians in the Modern World. And I think that is really why it was taken down. So Rosie, just be aware, because you had it streamed to your channel also. Yours is still up, but you may also get a warning.
Did somebody report you or something?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Well, it's also I mean, that's possible, but they have these AI now that they'll listen for certain keywords like "boo," but you know the real word. And if they hear it too many times, and there's other certain trigger words that indicate that it's maybe criticizing the VOO,
like
and
fake news.
And then when that happens, even if no one's actually reported it or a human hasn't actually watched it, it'll still trigger. It's
automatically,
insane.
Yeah, it's an algorithm. I was just saying that because
system.
Rosie's is still up. So I mean, if
Oh
hers
yeah,
is
that's
up,
a good point. That's a good point.
Do you still have videos on your show?
Oh yeah, I did.
Ryan's about to be doing episode 3 on his show, guys, and he's doing fantastic.
Yeah, I think my next subject is going to be self-esteem. I'm going to talk about
Steven,
that.
you're doing awesome. You've been cracking me up lately with your. I don't know what happened, but
What have I done?
When you and Ryan were talking, and Ryan was talking about how he used to not even give a person that wasn't attractive the time of day, and you were like, "Oh, I'm disappointed because you're obviously still doing that." Oh my gosh, I was dying laughing.
I used to be a pretty shallow person when it came to that sort of thing, but God.
I know, but Steven took that like you were still doing it because he's good looking.
Well, he is. He is.
Hey Ryan, how's Pasha doing? Your dog? Or was it your brother's dog?
That was a dog that they had found down the street and they brought home via treats.
Oh, okay. So I only watched the first half and I must have missed that part or something.
Yeah, they're trying to keep it in the backyard because the owner is abusive. So they're trying to hide the dog out.
Yeah. Poor baby.
I'm sorry. I repent, Lord. That was totally false.
I totally I believed you 100%. I actually just rescued, well, I didn't. My husband did. He rescued Kitten. He went to this pool house that we cleaned for a little bit extra cash, and by the waterway underneath the dock, the tide was coming in, and there's a little kitten there in the reeds, and he rescued him, and now I got another cat.
Chris, did you see the little doggy here? My friend's little doggy? Jojo.
Yeah.
Jojo.
So cute.
Oops.
Hey, Jojo.
His name is Joey.
Joey. So cute.
He is. He stayed with me quite a bit last year and early this year. And I got really attached to him. He got attached to me too. Boy, when I got here, he just was jumping all over me. This is about an hour and a half from where I live, by the way.
And what makes it more weird is that Ryan is a mailman. He's a post office officer of the state. So he and dogs are natural enemies.
No, only that one dog. I have a lot of friendly dogs on my route. I don't judge all dogs by what that mean one did.
I would.
No, I live with 3 of them.
So awake, not woke. I'm sure you've been asked to tell the story behind your name. I'm not going to ask for the whole story. Could you, in a couple sentences, maybe, if unless you don't want to, you don't want to.
I can give a real quick summary.
Okay.
The best way to summarize it pretty quickly would to be, I used to be a part of the woke cult. Now I'm awake.
Right.
Amen.
Thank God.
I think I was telling people at one time. I have to watch it. Well, no, not really. Not the parish I'm in, but I think, yeah, I used to say I used to be woke, but then I woke up. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I used to
Yep.
say.
Thankfully, I never was. Even when I was living that life, I wasn't.
I wasn't either. It just sounded good.
Yeah, it's a dark path.
What part of the country are you from? Awake. I'll just call you Awake. You don't have to give your exact location, but
Carolina.
Eastern, South Carolina is okay.
Yeah.
I have a son in North Carolina.
Y'all, I've been talking to you and wondering why you were ignoring me, and I realized that my mic was off. I was like, her name is Chris. What are you talking about? And I said, Chris, how many cats do you have? And nothing.
I've got 3 cats, by the way.
How many?
3.
Oh, I thought you said 30.
I
I
have
was.
3
Oh Lord,
too.
no! I did have 30 at once, but in my defense, I
God.
was running a small rescue, and I had multiple cats all give birth at the same time. So
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
yes,
Whoa.
it took over a year to adopt them all out. A few had gotten out of the house and run away, the boys, a couple of them, but other than that, they all survived, and we managed to find them all homes. It just took forever.
Now, I want to ask the question. I always ask cat people. But I don't want you to take it wrong. You know why? Because I'm probably going to ask the question wrong. So I asked your forgiveness ahead of time. Okay.
Okay.
What is the point of having a cat? They don't come when you ask them to come.
Yeah, they do.
They
Kids
do
do.
tricks with their little bells, I guess. And all this comes from my second born daughter. For lack of a better adjective, she hated cats. Okay. Now her husband, now she didn't resort to violence. Let me put that out there. But her husband loved cats, so they have this cat. First of all, she's allergic to these things. Okay. She has to take Benadryl, whatever they take. And so I had been traveling, and I don't know. I hadn't seen her for like 2 months. And I was invited to dinner at her house, and she is just loving all over this cat. And we walked outside, and she looks at me like for approval. I don't care if she has a cat, but she looks at me for approval, and I just looked at her and I said, "You traitor."
Oh.
Anyway, she loves this cat. They only have one cat, but she loves it, man. And
Oh, I love my
and she has to take medication to keep this cat because the dander from the yeah.
So I have a slight allergy. It used to be worse when I was younger, but it's nothing bad. Like my eyes, if their fur gets in my face, my eyes will get really, really teary, and they might get really like swollen. But I've been exposed for so long that it's become more and more manageable as I got older.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure your senses adapted to the feline.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that to be funny. Yeah, I'm sure that's what happened. But besides me not liking cat, well, I think I said it already. I'm allergic to them. If I'm going to spend any time at my daughter's house, I take allergy pills along with me because I'll start sneezing. I get all the symptoms. I don't want to say welts because that would be exaggerating, but I do start breaking out, feel itchy,
See, that's
nose
how my mom
running,
is.
eyes running, and anyway, I think I'm sure you're accustomed to this kind of stuff. So,
Oh yeah, my mom, she wasn't always allergic to cats. Just at some point in time when I was a teenager, because we had cats most of my life, and then just one day she became allergic to cats and weirdly penguin pee. That was an interesting thing to find out. which we found out at SeaWorld, by the way. She didn't like get peed on by a penguin or anything.
Right.
We just went to SeaWorld and it smelled like penguin pee, and she had to go to the hospital. And they were like, "Oh, you're allergic to penguin pee." So
Wow.
one of the most random moments of my life.
Well, that's a first for me.
Yeah, she's the only one I've ever heard of. But apparently it's a thing that happens in SeaWorld sometimes. People discover they're allergic after going through the penguin place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll never forget. Oh boy, here we go on allergies. I remember when I was a kid, I grew up on the Chesapeake Bay in Maryland, and our big thing was steamed crabs, hard, blue crabs. And I don't know, I can't give you the particulars. My best friend, his mother, I don't know why she was never, or it, if she knew about this allergy before we all sat down for this big crab feast, and you got to understand, we'd have a whole block of people. Everyone would pitch in. Anyway, it'd be a real party. And she sat down. She had to go to the hospital. She was like, she couldn't breathe, and her tongue was swelling up, and so yeah, she's allergic to seafood. But I couldn't tell you how this became her first thing. Maybe you could help. Maybe you've heard of something like this. Is it possible not to have an allergy half your life, then suddenly you're allergic to whatever, Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I was growing up, my mom was never allergic to anything. She had no allergies whatsoever. And then when I was a teenager, she suddenly developed those allergies. And then when I was a kid, the only allergy I had was cats. But when I became an adult, I developed a ton. I'm allergic to over 20 things now. Thank the Lord, none of it's a serious allergy. But like I'm allergic to guinea pigs, horses, egg, all kinds of grasses. At one moment, I thought I might be allergic to Kentucky, and I was very confused because it said Kentucky, and I was like, "How am I allergic to Kentucky? What does this mean?" So I called up my doctor, and I was like, "Why does my paperwork say I'm allergic to Kentucky?"
Don't
She
live
was
on
like,
a farm, Chris.
"Yeah, right." She was like, "Oh, Kentucky grass." So
bluegrass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it is normal. I don't know why. I'm sure there's some kind of explanation, but sometimes people just out of the blue they just become allergic.
Yeah, well, I've heard a person's body chemistry can change. That's the only explanation I've ever heard of.
Have y'all ever heard why they call it bluegrass? Because really, if you go to Kentucky, it's green. But
yeah,
I've heard that the sun shines through it. It has a bluish tint. It has like a blue color when if the sun shines, like from a certain angle or something like that, it can look blue.
That's cool.
That's what I was told.
Kentucky's an interesting place.
Yeah.
When I was 16, well, actually, no, I was 16 because we moved. I turned 16 in August. My dad got transferred to his job, transferred him to Ashland, Kentucky, and they sent me to the public schools, and I could not understand. And we're talking about a thick Kentucky accent. Okay, I know some in Kentucky, their accents aren't that thick. The teachers, the students, everyone had a thick accent.
Yeah, it's unique. I have cousins that live there. Yeah.
Yeah. The long and the short of it is, though, anyway, I couldn't understand, and I was so frustrated. I remember going home, and I'm still in the stage where, how could you bring me to Kentucky? But anyway, so
get some bourbon.
I'm sitting out on the back deck, and I'm just we had woods behind us. Anyway, my father comes out. Usually it was my mother. My father comes out and says, "Son, what's wrong with you? Haven't you?" I said, "I made friends." "Well, what's the problem?" I said, "You know the honor roll student grades I'm getting? You can flush that." This sound talking to my father. You can flush them right down the toilet. They do not speak my native tongue there. And I don't understand them. They got rights and pens instead of pens, and I'm just thinking of a few words, and I could not understand them. Anyway, I ended up going to private school at a Catholic school in Ashland, Holy Family. And my father said, I talked to them nuns. They talk like they're from Philadelphia. I said, no problem. My grades will come back up. And they sure did, because I could understand them. So, nothing against y'all in the backwoods of Kentucky. I think it's beautiful language, but not to learn, not to do your
difficulty
studies.
trying to get educated at school and you don't know what they're saying.
Yeah, I really didn't. You know, it wasn't my attitude. I really did. I went into school. I can do this, and no, I couldn't. There were a lot of keywords, you know, and I'm looking at the teacher. She'd look down at me. She knew I was from the north, and you know, she'd look at me, and I just shake my head like this. Anyway, that was all clear. That's my Kentucky story. So, yeah. It was, and then I loved it. My father gets transferred back. It was terrible. I made all these friends. I adapt. I'm loving Kentucky. I'm sure you don't hear a lot of people say that. I'm kidding.
Ken Ham loves it. He's got his 2 facilities there.
Yeah, true. But no, really, I made so many friends, and a year and 6 months later, he gets transferred back. And I said, you got to be kidding me. Now, this would have been my senior year in high school. I said, I'm staying. No, you're not. Yes, I am. No, you're not. I have people that said I can stay with. No, you're not. Anyway, I'm rambling on about my Kentucky experience, but it was bittersweet. That's what I get. Bitter in the beginning, sweet at the end. Well, I shouldn't say at the end, near the middle. But it's funny how kids can adapt, you know?
Yeah.
And I'll tell one more quick Kentucky story. This is, I think it's funny. I go to school. I told you I couldn't understand them, but some reason I could understand the girls. But anyway, so I made this date with this girl, and they still had, I don't know what the demographics are as far as age here, but we still had drive-ins. Okay, so we were going to go, I guess we were going to get something to eat first, go to the drive-in. We had this whole date planned out. Well, I get off of school, and as soon as I get off school, I have to go take my driving test. She asked me, you have a license, right? No, she said, you have a license, right? I said, yeah, I have a license. And I'm lying through my teeth. And so we go to the thing to take the test. Well, I get this trooper. I called him Too Tall Trooper or something. He must have been 6'4" or something. And it starts snowing in eastern Kentucky. I can tell.
It snows in Kentucky.
Yeah, but not. It snowed, and he's looking at me. Well, and he had a thick one. And I know I'm getting the Kentucky accent wrong. He says, we might have to postpone. And I looked up at him, and I think I had a tear in my eye. I said, we can't postpone. We can't. He says, well, why not? I said, I have a date on Friday night, and she thinks I have my driver's license. Anyway, he says, oh, boy. You Yanks will never learn. He said something like that. This is still back then when anyway, I obviously passed my driver's license, and it was a dusting of snow. I don't want you to think it was coming down 2 to 3 inches. I guess there was maybe a ½ inch to an inch on the ground, and I think technically he still wasn't supposed to test me, but he did. And anyway, thank God he liked the Yankees. So.
Yeah, they've had some bad natural disasters there. They had flooding in eastern Kentucky.
Really?
The first tornadoes in history hit in western Kentucky a couple of years back. So
it's a beautiful state. It really is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Beautiful place. My ex-husband lived there for a couple of years, but he actually passed away there in Bowling Green last year.
Oh man, I know where Bowling Green is. You know,
That's
you
where,
bring up these towns. Oh yeah, I'm sure
that's
I
where
was
the
through
Corvette
Bowling Green.
factory is.
Yeah.
I've seen pictures of Bowling Green. I've never been there.
Uh-huh.
It looked like a beautiful place.
Yeah. Well, I lived in I'm sure you've heard of this. I lived in the tri-state area.
Yeah.
Kentucky, Ohio, and West Virginia. Yeah. Cincinnati was right across the Ohio River. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've been there once. I've been to Cincinnati and up to Dayton once.
Matter of fact,
Very
me and a bunch of guys, we went to see the Kiss concert. They were playing in Cincinnati.
Oh wow.
So, yeah. So,
I
like I
again
said, I
I
was rocking Kentucky until my father had a rock going back. But anyway,
I love Tennessee. I miss Tennessee. I lived in I've lived in a couple of places in Tennessee. I lived in Lebanon outside of Nashville, which was a pretty nice place. But I used to live in Perry County. It's Linden and Lobelville. It's like a Mennonite country.
Mhm.
And it was beautiful. It was so rural
Mhm.
that there was only 2 like corporation stores. Everything else was privately owned. There was a Sonic and there were 3. There was 1 Sonic and 2 Dollar Generals. And everything else was a mom and pop store. There was 1 stoplight in the whole county. Loved it. Beautiful place.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've fallen in love with Knoxville, Tennessee, because I've got two. I'm now friends with 2 families that live there. 2 wonderful families that live there. The Buckinghams and the Sowells.
Well, wait, I'm no linguist, but if someone asks, believe me, I am no linguist, and especially all the different accents, I would say you had a Tennessee accent, though. Would you disagree with that, or
Are you talking to Ryan?
I'm talking to you?
Me? Oh.
I don't know. It's funny because my Southern friends will tell me that I don't have much of a Southern accent. And then when I talk to my
Yes, you
Northern
do.
friends, because I'm originally from Boston, but I moved, some are.
Whoa!
But I moved down here when I was 11, and I'm in my 30s now. So, so my friends from up north, they're like, you sound 100% country. I can't understand you sometimes.
Well, you
But my
do.
Southern friends, they have the real thick Southern drawl, where instead of saying what, they say what. They put the
I
H
know
in
what
it.
you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So
That's
to
the
them,
heck you.
My
it's not a
accent.
thick accent, but to me, I kind of feel like I do have a pretty strong accent. I don't say "pak the ka and have yada" anymore, except for when I get mad. When I get really mad, my Boston accent comes out. I don't know why.
Well, I don't know about all that. Please don't take this wrong. But if we had never spoken before, and you introduced yourself to me and said, please excuse my Boston accent, my jaw would drop and say she must be from another planet because she don't have a Boston accent.
Oh no, not at all. No offense taken. It only barely comes out when I'm angry. I drop my R's.
Chris, I have suffered the same thing throughout my entire life. My Southern friends all think I sound like a Northerner, but Northerners I meet say I have a bit of a Southern drawl.
Yeah.
That's because you're from Florida, and
I'm
the same way. I'm the same way. When my family first moved here, back when I was a kid, everybody thought we were from the North. Everybody thought so, and they said, "No, we're from Florida."
But Steven, see, I would say you had no Southern accent, and the same with you, Ryan.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I sound like to you guys. I've heard people say they think I have a mild Southern accent.
I mean, I say y'all.
You
I
do.
say
You sound
over
like you're
yonder.
from the east. I mean, the north.
My accent can change
like
depending
Chicago
on who I'm
or
around.
something.
When I would go to
I'm
Canada,
sorry, Rosie. What'd you say? I sound like I'm from the North?
Yeah, like you're
Okay.
like Yankee.
Yeah, Pennsylvania. I guess so.
Yeah, you sound
I
like a
can
Yankee.
hear the mild Southern that they might be talking about, and the reason why I say that is because you didn't say mild. You said mild. I don't know if you can
You're right.
tell the distinction there with it being over the internet.
when I would spend a week at a time.
I lived in Maryland until I was 19, and the rest is Pennsylvania. So
Yeah.
When I would
love
spend a
Maryland.
week at a time in Canada, I would come back and I would sort of have that Canadian accent with me a little bit. I would pick it up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
the language is funny. I love it.
When I lived in Hawaii, I picked up on the pig Latin, and my mother could not stand it, and she was infuriated. And I picked up on it really quick. Yeah.
That's how I was with gibberish. Because what happened when I was really young. I mean, really young, like 5, 6, when I learned how to speak gibberish, because that's what my mom would talk to her friends when they were talking about adult things. And well, I asked her one day how to say a couple of words in gibberish, and that's all it took. Because gibberish is kind of like Pig Latin in that it's not really another language. It's just a simple kind of trick that you do with the words, you know. And it took a couple of years before my mom found out. I got to learn a lot of juicy secrets as a kid.
Father Charles?
Yes.
Sorry, I have to leave.
Oh, okay, Logan. Well, thanks for hanging with
Have
us.
a good night, Logan.
Bye, Logan. Good night.
God bless. Good night.
I'll probably be back on next week. I just wanted to pop on, let everyone know I'm on my way back here. I mean, I'm not. Anyway.
Yeah, it's good to see you again, Father Chuck.
Good to see you. Bye,
Does that
Father.
mean we're
And
ending?
then I'll see you, Logan. God bless. What's I going to say?
Bye, Logan.
Bye.
Oh, I'll be dropping out.
I gotta run too, Chuck.
Okay, missing Maud.
It's good to hear your voice, Miss Maud. Miss you.
Yep.
Oh my
Well,
gosh,
thank
I didn't
you.
even realize she
Thank
was
you.
here. I haven't.
I love
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, good to see you, Mrs.
I've been talking
Maud.
to you.
Miss Maud.
She, Ryan,
Yeah.
all I can tell you is she's been giving me the eye all
need to
night.
accept
That's
my
all I
friend
can
She
say.
has been. Me too.
Oh, on Facebook. I love you too, by the way. I want you to think I wasn't gonna say it.
Give me a hug. I love you. Kiss, kiss.
You take
thank
care,
you.
Steph. You take care, Stephanie.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys too.
Yeah, good night, Stephanie.
Hi, Steven.
Rosie may
God
care
bless.
for you more than all of us.
Yeah. Does she ever kiss you like that?
Never.
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 I haven't
ever.
laid
I hope
one
not.
finger on Mr. Steven. I've never hugged him.
But you just told Missing Maud, you said, love you, kissy.
Don't be jelly.
Because it's sisters. It would be inappropriate to hug you. And, you know.
Were you talking to
Appropriate.
Scott? Were you talking to Jacob? Or were you talking to Josh?
What are you talking about?
Which one of them were you giving loves to?
I was giving him to Missy Maud.
Oh, you really were. We were just teasing you. I thought you were giving Scott goodnight kisses.
No, he's sitting here watching something with his earbuds on, thank God. No, the TV's not blurring in the background.
Well, Missing Maud has to go explain to her husband how she's engaged to a priest who's about to be a bishop.
Hey, my kisses were
You think your
perfectly
night's difficult?
I gotta find him first.
Oh,
He always does that. He always does that.
This took a weird turn.
Let me find my husband first.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. Well, I'm gonna.
All right,
jump
man.
off here,
Steph, you
guys.
take care. God bless, and we'll talk
I'll
to
be
you
in the
when
chat.
we see you again.
I'll be in the chat, blowing it up. Don't look, Steven. You'll be scared.
Oh goodness.
Good night, Stephanie.
Night, guys.
Good night.
I wonder how she made her profile picture like animated like that. I didn't know you could actually make them be animated like a GIF.
I did not know that either. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
The wandering eye.
That's the terrifying angel that sees everything.
Isn't that kind of an Illuminati kind of a thing there?
No, it's the one from Revelation.
Oh, okay.
I think she even has one that goes on her Christmas tree that's like that too.
That one was the vision from Ezekiel, the wheel within the wheel.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay, my bad. Never mind then. Shut up, Rose.
Steven, well, it's a little lull here. What days are you? I know you're helping the other guys.
I have a show with Brian on Monday night.
Hang on,
then,
bro. Monday. Okay.
And then Tuesday night, I have my hangout.
Right.
Wednesday night, Ryan does his show.
Okay.
Ryan who? Just kidding.
Right.
Ryan D's.
What are you going to talk about next?
And then Thursday, Stump does his show.
Well, I just got a thought for a good show. Thursday.
And are they pre-recorded or are they live streams like this?
They're all live streamed.
They're recorded
Ryan's
too.
is too?
Yeah, mine is.
Oh,
too.
I'm sorry. You're talking about those guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
StreamYard will automatically record.
I'm going to talk about self-esteem. I think because I had problems with that, especially as a young person. And I used to derive my self-esteem from people, and I turned out that I discovered that that's a bad idea. It should come from God. Because people, all they'll do is let you down and turn against you and that sort of thing. So that's not where you should get your self-esteem.
Right.
Amen.
One more Proverbs guy. How about Danny? Weren't you doing something with him?
Danny was going to do a show, but he's on a bit of a hiatus right now.
Okay. So Monday, Tuesday,
Fridays,
Wednesday, and Thursday. Okay.
For real?
Cool.
So
that leaves me what? Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
You get the whole weekend. Prime hours.
Friday. Oh, I'm not complaining. I'm just thinking out loud.
Do you see Christian's comment? Christian, are you serious? You do Pike's Pancakes and Premillennial Rapture? I want to do pancakes and premillennial dispensation. Do you put chocolate chips in them too?
Well, since we have a good demographics of age and everything, I'm just going to call this show not tonight, but oh man, I just had it in my head. See what happens. The craziness of this world.
Okay, bye, Steve.
And obviously, any of your experiences, how they've changed from, I don't know, teenager, even an adolescent, to what we have to live in today. And let's, I don't know, Saturday. I'll either do it tomorrow or I'm waiting on one thing. I'm thinking out loud. Please forgive me. If I have a show tomorrow, that's what it's going to be about. And if I wait a week, I will advertise it. Can anyone think of a little better title than that? The craziness of this world, or you all get it with that?
That sounds good to me, and it's getting too late at night for me to do much thinking right now.
Right.
I can. Say it again.
The craziness of this world.
Right, but in context to
how things have gone south since, and you can mark any point in your life and go forward. It could be adolescence, it could be your teenage years, it could be your 20s.
I put on the title of mine, I put the decay of modern culture.
That's a good one.
I like culture. I wanted to put culture.
Because we're salt and we're
how about this, Rosie? What do you think of this? The craziness of today's culture. Be honest. Or what was your original title? I like that too.
Mine is the decay of modern culture.
Well, I'm not going to steal your title.
Okay. Insanity. or the depravity,
Oh, I
or
like
the
that. Oh no,
delusion,
no,
or
that's it. I like
the
that.
the
The
depravity. Yeah.
insanity, the insanity.
Oh,
I'm writing it
insanity.
down. I like it so much. The insanity of today's
Brush your hair.
culture.
What's what?
Got it.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go ahead and sign out, guys.
Yeah, we'll be
Okay,
signing
and
out too.
Ryan is
yeah,
doing my interview at 5 tomorrow. If you want to
okay.
listen
I
in.
should make that. I should be
You
able
sure
to
you don't
be
want to
home
change
by.
it to 5?
I'm
I
gonna
mean to
try to
6?
be home by mid-afternoon. Yeah. Well, that other church, the church that has that ministry, I plan to be there at 7. So.
Oh
Well, real
man.
quick before you go, Ryan.
Yeah.
Chances are I'm going to have this tomorrow night. I'd say
Okay.
90%. So you're not going to see no advertising for it. You'll just get an invite. And I'm not going to put in the invite. It just takes, well, I could. Anyway, it's going to be on the insanity of today's culture. So I'd say 90% done deal. Something would have to come up in my life, that at church
I'll
or
try to make it.
something.
I may be late because I will be going to
Yeah.
that other church 7. So.
Yeah, I'll probably do it. You'll probably
How
be
long
going
does
to
it
bed
take
at
to
what?
get there?
It's about a 20-minute, 20-minute drive to get to that church from my house.
Okay, so I have basically an hour and 20 minutes.
An hour and a half, probably. I mean, I could be late for that church if I had to. But I mean, I'm sure. I don't know. I'm sure the service will be going till 8:30 or 9, probably.
Okay.
I just want to be
I'm
able
just
to.
trying to figure out how to get just the facts and the important elements.
Yeah, you
into
should have a
it.
good hour and a half.
Now, Ryan, do you have church tomorrow evening, or is it just in the morning?
Well, in the morning, I'm going to go to the church in Tallapoosa, Georgia, to see that Christian singing group.
Alrighty.
And then I got to drive Jacob back up here to Somerville, let him off, and then I've got to go home. So it's a pretty good bit of driving. I'm going to try to be home by mid-afternoon if I can, 3 o'clock.
But you're free in the evening tomorrow evening.
Well, at 7 o'clock, I'm going to go to that church that had that big banner that said "Proud to be delivered." Because I'm definitely going to do that because I'm going to plug myself into that ministry.
Right.
But I should be home by 9, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should be able to.
Yeah.
No, I should
I'll probably start at 8, but as you can see,
yeah,
we'll probably be on. So.
Yeah, that's fine. I can be on. I just may be a little
All
late.
right, guys. Well, I appreciate it. And of course, Awake, you're invited. Everyone here is invited. So,
all righty.
Rosie, I don't know if you have anything going tomorrow night, so it's understandable if
Just
you
that
do.
interview.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, I'll see you all tomorrow night. I appreciate you being here tonight, and
yeah, good
God
to see
bless.
you again.
And hopefully, I'll see you, if not tomorrow night, in the near future.
All right.
This is Father Charles signing off.
God bless. Y'all have a good night.
Nice to meet you. God bless everyone.
You too. God bless. Bye-bye.
Night, night.
Night, night.